The state of Alabama tried to execute Kenneth Eugene Smith before and failed, so now they're trying something new. Smith is scheduled to be the first person in the U.S. and likely the world put to death by nitrogen hypoxia on Thursday after a drawn-out legal battle over the state of Alabama's methods of execution. Killing a prisoner with nitrogen is the latest attempt to effectively and humanely administer capital punishment following an array of botched executions, experts say. Some methods are now considered too gory. Others became public spectacles. Recent attempts have often simply not worked or inflicted needless suffering. Experts say the repeated problems often happen because the people and companies who are most qualified to plan a pain-free method of capital punishment won't do it, due to ethical concerns. Nitrogen hypoxia is the latest capital punishment method of 6 that the U has introduced, each more disastrous than the last. Deborah Denno, a Fordham University law professor and the founding director of the Neuroscience and Law Center at Fordham Law School, told USA Today. Smith, who was one of 2 people to receive the death penalty for the 1988 murder for hire plot of a preacher's wife, chose nitrogen gas for his execution after a previous attempt at killing him by lethal injection failed. In November 2022, Smith suffered for hours as executioners tried to find a vein to administer the lethal drugs before ultimately calling it off. "How many execution methods do we need in this country?" Denno said. Experts say concern over Smith's execution stems from a history of botched attempts. Similarities between nitrogen hypoxia's adoption and previous techniques, and the ethics of trying out a new method for the first time, in essence, experimentation on a human being. The death penalty has been part of society in every historical time period, and indeed, there are documented executions in this country dating back to colonial times, according to the Death Penalty Information Center. Firing squad and hanging were the earliest methods in the U.S., modeled after established methods in Britain and throughout Europe. The 6 methods the U has officially adopted are hanging, firing squad, electrocution, lethal gas, lethal injection and nitrogen hypoxia. Lethal injection has been the primary method on the books in the 27 states with the death penalty still in place since the 1970s when it was introduced. The first lethal injection was the 1982 execution of Charles Brooks in Texas. After executioners struggled to find a good vein due to Brooks's drug use, it took him 7 minutes to die, and witnesses said he exhibited signs of pain throughout, Denno said. Despite the challenges with the first lethal injection execution, the method soon was preferred by states and the federal government.